put me in the factory. It was like they made mattresses out there. I can't remember what else they made. They had a name for it, but I can't remember it. But
In the feds, we call it Unicore.
Yeah, it's similar to that. It's a big warehouse where all the inmates would go to work and make whatever. And the place is huge. There's 2 officers, me being the new guy, and then the old guy, the old officer. And back then we didn't have alarms. We didn't have, all we had was a whistle. So the officer tells me, hey, go up there on the loft and tell them all them inmates it's time to go. You got to head back for lockup. I said, okay. So I walk up the stairs. It's dark up there. You can hardly see anything. And so I yell, hey man, let's go. It's everybody's time to lock up. We heard the buzzer. Okay. Well, everybody gets up, starts going down the stairs, except 3 dudes. And they're sitting on a bench way in the back. I mean, super far back. And I start walking to the stairs. I'm thinking in my head, the whole time in the academy, they're telling you, don't let them punk you. Don't let them, you got to stand up to the guys. And okay. So I go back. I said, hey, man, it's time to go. They said, yeah. And they sat there. And I walked all the way back to the stairs thinking they were going to come behind me. Nope. So I walked all the way back. I said, hey, boy, it's time to go. Let's go. And they jumped up. And the one guy, tall, skinny black guy, walks by me and gets about a couple inches from me, just stares at me. Walks by. The second guy stands up, just shaking his head, and walks off. The third guy stands up, huge. I don't know if you knew who Michael Duncan Clark was, but this guy was just gigantic. Muscles coming out of his neck, just everything. Tall, too. And he walks up to him and he points at me. He doesn't touch me, but he points at me and goes, you're lucky you're new. I'm like, excuse me? He goes, you're lucky you're new. I'm like, well, why? What'd I do? He goes, you don't call black people boys. And you called us boy. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. He goes, like I said, you're lucky you're new. You do that to us again, you're not leaving up here.